Until now, ABC News' dependable spokesperson, David Muir, has kept his private life a secret. Recently, rumors have become news because David's new partner, whom you'll recognize immediately, has entered the public eye. This connection has aroused interest and adoration because of their unmistakable chemistry and love of storytelling. However, who is this enigmatic individual and how did they meet? Explore the connection with everyone talking as we unearth the specifics of David Muir's unexpected new chapter. Could this be the beginning of a journalistic power couple? Let's get started. Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker. While Carrie Bradshaw, Sarah Jessica Parker's well-known on-screen persona, had difficulties dating, Parker did not. When these performers all played at the same theater company, Matthew Broderick's brother introduced them to one another. After getting married in New York City on May 19, 1997, they had 3 kids together, twin daughters Marion and Tabitha, and a son named James. Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan. When Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan were married in 1988, their on-screen romance from the sitcom Family Ties in the 1980s became a real-life marriage. They're still happily married now and have 4 kids together. Pollan has been an ardent supporter of her husband and his charitable foundation, the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research, since Fox was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have been inseparable for almost 30 years, and they don't see the need to formalize their love through marriage. It wasn't until they crossed paths on another movie set that this well-known celebrity couple reconnected, first meeting in 1966 while filming the one and only Genuine Original Family Band. They started dating on Valentine's Day in 1983 and currently jointly own several properties all around the world. In addition to being the stepmother of Russell's son Boston, Hawn is the mother of actors Oliver and Kate Hudson from a previous marriage. Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedgwick. One of our favorites is the relationship of Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedgwick, one of Hollywood's most famous and long-married couples. The actors got married on September 4, 1988, after meeting on the set of Lemon's Sky PBS special. After Barack Obama won the presidency in 2008, they appeared in 4 films together, including a celebration music video by rapper will.i.am. Sophia and Travis are their shared children. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson have a remarkable love story and are one of the longest married celebrity couples. They reconnected in 1985 while working on Volunteers, having first met on the television sitcom Bosom Buddies set in 1981. Hanks and Wilson were married in 1988 and have been blissfully together ever since. Hanks' children from a previous relationship, Colin and Elizabeth, were taken in by Wilson as step-parents. The two later had 2 more children together, Chet and Truman. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's 2018 royal wedding enthralled the world, and rightfully so. There was a lot of excitement, buzz, and curiosity about the American activist and the British prince's bicontinental affair when they started dating in 2016. An estimated 2 billion people watched their eagerly awaited wedding, and the Duchess's custom Givenchy gown immediately became one of the most famous wedding gowns ever. Prince Harry and Meghan declared their intention to leave the royal family as full-time members at the beginning of 2020. Since moving to Santa Barbara, California, they've established themselves as field leaders, combining their time with parenthood and philanthropic endeavors. Since then, the royal parents have expanded their family to include a daughter, Lilibet, and a boy, Archie. Neil Patrick Harris and David Burtka. This famous pair has endured over the years. David Burtka and Neil Patrick Harris became friends after meeting on a New York City street corner in 2004. Harper and Gideon, the actors' twins, were born in 2010 after they made their romance public in 2007. Following New York's 2010 legalization of gay marriage, this well-known couple formally declared their engagement. In 2014, they were legally wed in a magnificent private ceremony in Italy. Barack and Michelle Obama. Among the most well-known couples in history will be Barack and Michelle Obama. They met at a Chicago law office years before they were elected President and First Lady of the United States. After getting married on October 3, 1992, they had 2 daughters, Sasha and Malia. Michelle was a fervent supporter during her husband's administration from 2009 to 2017. The Obamas frequently discussed their marriage, including how they've weathered difficult times and how their bond is still strong now that they're not in the White House. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. She has a love song-like devotion to him. As engaged, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco had a successful year at the end of 2014. However, they've been working together for a long time when the music producer proposed a chic, marquise-shaped engagement ring. It would take 8 years for Gomez and Blanco's relationship to become intimate, even though they collaborated on a couple of songs for her 2015 album, Revival. Blanco proposed during a Taco Bell picnic in their garden a year after they made their relationship official on Instagram in December 2023. Swoon. Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff. Kamala Harris created history as the first female vice president in American history. Her husband, Doug Emhoff, became the country's first second gentleman. Because it's so unconventional, we adore the love story of this well-known couple. Mutual friends arranged for the two to meet on a blind date in 2013. The following year, Emhoff, a former entertainment lawyer, proposed, and they were married in City Hall in San Francisco. As Harris rose from district attorney to U.S. senator and vice president, Emhoff backed her ascent to political prominence. In addition to her work in public service, Harris is a devoted stepmother, often known as Mamala, to Emhoff's adult children from his former marriage. Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian. Serena Williams and her husband, Alexis Ohanian, epitomize love. The Reddit co-founder and the renowned athlete met by coincidence while in Rome. When they sat next to each other at breakfast in their hotel, Williams joked that Ohanian should sit closer to her following a fictitious rat sighting. She was in town for the Italian Open while he was traveling for a tech conference. That was all it took. In December 2016, they returned to Italy, where Ohanian proposed. The following year, they married in New Orleans with a Beauty and the Beast theme, and they have since had 2 kids together, a son named Adira River and a girl named Alexis Olympia. George and Amal Clooney. Amal and George Clooney are the most glamorous couple in the world. In 2013, Clooney threw a dinner party at his Lake Como estate when this famous pair had a meet cute for the books. The Oscar-winning actor quickly became acquainted with the accomplished human rights attorney, and later that year their friendship blossomed into a romantic partnership. By the year 2014, Clooney proposed. That same year, the couple married in a star-studded ceremony in Venice, Italy, drawing throngs of spectators and paparazzi eager to get a peek at the extravagant event. In 2017, the Clooney twins, Ella and Alexander, became part of the family. Beyoncé and Jay-Z. A list of the most recognizable married celebrities would be incomplete without adding Beyoncé and Jay-Z. The business was radically changed by the musical powerhouse's 2008 top-secret wedding in New York City, where they've been together for over 20 years. They're married and have 3 kids, Sir and Rumi, twins, and Blue Ivy. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. She is Emily from The Devil Wears Prada, while he is Jim from The Office. When taken separately, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are among Hollywood's most famous performers, and when together they form one of the most recognizable pairs. They first met in 2008 when a mutual acquaintance introduced them while they were both in the same restaurant. The following year they became engaged, and on July 10, 2010, they were married at George Clooney's Lake Como, Italy residence. In addition to having 2 daughters together, they were able to portray spouses on screen in the 2017 horror movie A Quiet Place. Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz's relationship dates back to 1992. After meeting on the set of their movie Yomon Yomon, the Spanish actors would co-star in 3 more films. In 2007, their business relationship took a romantic turn and they started dating. The pair welcomed a boy and a girl in 2011 and 2013, respectively, after getting married in 2010 at a friend's private property in the Bahamas. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have dominated headlines more than any other famous couple in the past 2 years. The A-listers started dating rumors when the Kansas City Chiefs tight end joked about attempting to give Swift his number on a friendship bracelet during his Eras Tour event in the summer of 2023. She eventually attended one of his NFL games. The rest is history. These two are the epitome of open love. They've publicly gushed about one another at interviews. She was by his side when he won the 2024 Super Bowl, and he joined her on stage during the Eras Tour. It's an uncommon occurrence, as any Swiftie is aware. In addition, they're frequently pictured around the world for dinner dates in Kansas City, New York City, and other places. We can't wait to see what happens next for Tavis, but only time will tell what that is. Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird. Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird's relationship is the most dynamic of any athletic power couple. Basketball player Bird and soccer player Rapinoe started dating in late 2016, but didn't make their relationship public until July 2017. The following year, they were the first same-sex couple to appear on the cover of ESPN's The Body Issue, making history. They've since continued to dismantle boundaries through joint action and charitable endeavors. On October 30th, 2020, they declared their engagement and disclosed that their wedding arrangements would rely on each other's hectic athletic schedules. Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens. About athletes, we have a particular fondness for Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles. This famous pair has been ardent supporters of one another since they first connected on the celebrity dating app Raya in March 2020. When Biles pulled out of the 2021 Olympics because of mental health issues, NFL player Owens was a strong advocate for her. On Valentine's Day in 2022, he proposed to the gymnast, and in April 2023 they married in secret at a Houston courthouse, shocking their admirers and followers. Prince William and Kate Middleton. The romance between Prince William and Kate Middleton is an accurate fairy tale. The two started dating in 2003 after meeting while attending St. Andrews University in Scotland for their undergraduate education. They briefly broke up in 2004 but have remained together ever since. Prince William proposed using Princess Diana's engagement ring during a vacation to Africa in October 2010. On April 29, 2011, they were wed at Westminster Abbey in a traditional royal wedding ceremony. Following their father's footsteps, their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, became heirs to the British throne. The well-known pair became Prince and Princess of Wales after Queen Elizabeth II passed away in 2002. When William helped his wife fight cancer in 2024, it was a clear sign of how strong their marriage was. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. In addition to her work as a television show host, Ellen DeGeneres was a trailblazer because she helped make LGBTQ+ people more visible in pop culture. DeGeneres experienced several careers ups and downs following her public coming out in the 1990s until winning her daytime talk show in 2003. It took her 3 years to start dating actress Portia de Rossi, whom she'd met backstage at a show in 2001. In the summer of 2008, they conducted a little backyard wedding, and in 2024 they celebrated 16 years of marriage. Viola Davis and Julius Tenen. Viola Davis is frequently considered one of the most significant actors of our time since she's one of the few Hollywood actors with the esteemed title of being an EGOT, the recipient of the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Awards. She has a sweet relationship with her husband, Julius Tenen, away from the spotlight. In June 2003, Davis wed the fellow actor, and in 2011 they adopted their baby daughter, Genesis. Elton John and David Furnish. We can't help but feel a soft place for Elton John's relationship with his longtime partner, David Furnish, and it doesn't get much more iconic than him. In a 1976 interview with Rolling Stone, the singer first came out as bisexual. In a 1992 interview, he said he was quite comfortable about being gay. In 1993, he started dating Canadian director Furnish. John and Furnish were among the first same-sex couples to establish a civil partnership on December 21, 2005, the day the UK's Civil Partnership Act was established. On the 9th anniversary of their civil partnership, the pair formally tied the knot after same-sex marriage became legal in the UK in 2014. Together, they went on to have 2 kids through surrogacy. The couple worked together to produce the 2019 biographical movie Rocket Man, which tells the story of Elton John. LeBron James and Savannah Brinson. We were always in awe of the love story of Savannah Brinson and LeBron James, high school sweethearts. While attending a competing high school, Brinson got to know the future NBA great when he was just 16 years old. James asked her to a basketball game after obtaining his phone number, and they subsequently went to Applebee's for supper with their pals. Outback Steakhouse was the location of their first formal date, and the rest is history. They have 2 sons and 1 daughter and were married in California on September 14, 2013. 20 years after James' selection, in 2023, the couple's son Bronny was chosen a McDonald's All-American basketball player, indicating that he's already carrying on James' legacy. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. John Legend and Chrissy Teigen met by chance. The on-screen romance translated to real life, and the 2 started dating the following year after Teigen was chosen to play Legend's love interest in the 2006 music video for his song Stereo. Legend proposed in December 2011 after they'd been together for 4 years. On September 14, 2013, the well-known couple married in a romantic Italian wedding at a villa on Lake Como. Following a devastating pregnancy issue in 2020, they talked about how their solid marital foundation enabled them to move on. Together, they have 3 children. David Muir. The renowned anchor of ABC's World News Tonight, David Muir, leads a private existence. Despite his public persona, Muir is unmarried and has not made any public admissions of personal relationships. He and television anchor Kelly Ripa and her family are great friends, and they frequently hang out together and encourage one another's pursuits. Muir is also a loyal dog owner who regularly posts pictures of himself and his cherished dog, Axel, on social media. Although there have been rumors regarding his connections, Muir has opted to keep these details private and concentrate on his work as a journalist. Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. We adore Holland Taylor's relationship with Sarah Paulson. In 2015, Emmy-winning actor Taylor started dating the American Horror Story star. They met at a dinner party 10 years ago, but modern media helped them reconnect. They routinely share touching sentiments about one another online and frequently go to award shows together. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar are likely to hold a particular place in your heart if you were a child of the 1990s. Although they didn't start dating until 2000, this well-known couple first met on the set of the horror film I Know What You Did Last Summer in 1997. The following year, the celebrity couple became engaged, and in September 2002 they were married in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. They've continued to co-star in movies such as Star Wars Rebels, Happily Never After, and 2 live-action Scooby-Doo movies. 2009 saw the birth of the couple's daughter, and 2012 saw the birth of their son. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham. Even though she is the first African-American millionaire, Oprah was deeply in love with her longtime companion, Stedman Graham, long before she became well-known. They started dating in 1986, and in 1992 they became engaged. Despite never being married, the couple's decades-long collaboration shows their commitment to one another. David and Victoria Beckham. This well-known couple is the epitome of luxury. In 1997, Victoria Adams and David Beckham started dating after they met at a charity soccer match. His friends claim that Beckham was quite shy when he first met the Spice Girl, despite having a long-standing crush on her. Fans dubbed them Posh and Becks as soon as they were engaged in 1998. We still remember their famous wedding nowadays. The newlyweds changed into matching purple attire for the celebration, and they used a sword to cut their wedding cake after exchanging vows in an Irish castle. Brooklyn, their eldest son, was given the privilege of being the ring bearer at the age of 4 months. Romeo, Cruz, and Harper are their 3 further children. Justin Makita and Jessie Tyler Ferguson. What is there not to adore about this well-known pair? After 2 years of dating, Jessie Tyler Ferguson, famous for his cherished role on Modern Family, announced his engagement to attorney Justin Makita in 2002. Tony Kushner, a renowned playwright, officiated their July 20th, 2013 wedding in New York City. In 2020 and 22, they commemorated the birth of their children. Sarah Hyland and Wells Adams. One of our favorite celebrity couples, Sarah Hyland and Wells Adams, has the distinction of having Jesse Tyler Ferguson officiate their wedding. Adams, a contestant on The Bachelorette, was DM'd on Instagram by Hyland, who previously starred on Modern Family. After 2 years of dating, Adams proposed on a tropical beach getaway. On August 20th, 2022, they exchanged vows at a charming vineyard in Santa Ynez, California. Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats. This romance is blazing. In early 2010, singer Alicia Keys started dating rapper Swiss Beats. However, she keeps her romances private. In May of that year, the performers, who had known one another since their teenage years, announced that they were engaged and expecting a child together. Their son, Egypt, was born in October after they were married in July at a very secret ceremony on the Mediterranean. In 2014, his brother Genesis joined him. Matthew McConaughey and Camila Alves. All right. We can't get enough of this well-known duo. Model Camila Alves and actor Matthew McConaughey fell in love at first sight when they met at a bar in Los Angeles in 2006. Their first 2 children were born in July 2008 and January 2010, and a year later they were featured on the cover of People magazine, confirming their romance. On Christmas Day of 2011, McConaughey proposed, and on June 9th of 2012, they were married at their Austin, Texas home. Later that year, their 3rd kid was born. Julia Roberts and Danny Moder. In addition to starring in some of the most famous wedding films ever, Julia Roberts' real-life romance is equally enchanting. Although they were both seeing other people at the time, she met cameraman Danny Moder on the set of the movie The Mexican in the year 2000. On July 4th, 2002, Roberts and Moder were married on her New Mexico ranch and had 3 children together. Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann. Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann had such great chemistry that it translated from an audition to real life. When Mann went to try out for the 1996 movie The Cable Guy, producer and director Apatow read lines with her. They married June 9, 1997, and had 2 daughters, Maud and Iris, who followed their parents' footsteps. Iris has acted in 2 Netflix productions, while Maud became well-known on the popular HBO series Euphoria. Robin Roberts and Amber Lane. Another well-known pair that met on a blind date is this one. In 2005, Robin Roberts, host of Good Morning America, and Amber Lane, a massage therapist, were introduced by mutual acquaintances. They clicked, but it wasn't until 2013 that Roberts officially acknowledged her relationship, thanking her longtime girlfriend in a Facebook post about her life-saving bone marrow donation. In her 2014 biography, Everybody's Got Something, Roberts went into additional detail about their courtship. They chose to have a magical wedding ceremony in their Connecticut backyard in 2023, after Lane was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2022. Roberts also fought the disease in 2007. Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard have a long and happy life ahead of them if it's true that a couple who laughs together stays together. This well-known and humorous pair got engaged 3 years after dating in late 2007. They openly declared before getting married that they would wait for same-sex marriage to be permitted in California. They starred in films like Hit and Run and When in Rome. Bell proposed to Shepard on Twitter on June 26, 2013, the day the Supreme Court declared the Defense of Marriage Act unconstitutional, and he gladly accepted. They were legally married on October 16, 2013 at the Beverly Hills County Clerk's office. Later that year, they welcomed a daughter. In 2014, they welcomed another. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Both country music performers, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, were dating other people in 1994, even though they'd met at a concert in Nashville. Their friendship didn't take a romantic turn until 1996 when Hill joined McGraw on tour. During that tour, McGraw proposed, and the couple's intense courtship ended in marriage that same year. The couple planned a charity softball game and invited loved ones to McGraw's aunt's property in Louisiana. To their astonishment, however, the couple confirmed their union when they showed up in a tuxedo and bridal gown. They were still happily married now and have 3 daughters together. Steve Carell and Nancy Walls. Did you realize that The Office starred Steve Carell's wife? Nancy Walls, Carell's actual late wife, appeared in the show as the office manager's girlfriend, a real estate agent, while Carell gained notoriety as Michael Scott. This well-known pair met off-screen when Walls enrolled in Carell's improv class. They have 2 kids together and were married in August 1995. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. In the 2010 Green Lantern movie, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds first appeared together as on-screen lovers. By 2011, their fictional affair had turned into a genuine one. They are currently among Hollywood's most well-known celebrity couples. They were married in a secret ceremony in 2012 and are now proud parents to a son named Olin and daughters James, Inez, and Betty. Pink and Carrie Hart. This famous couple made one of the most memorable celebrity proposals in history. The motocross rider Carrie Hart and singer Pink immediately hit it off after meeting at the 2001 X Games in Philadelphia. The performer proposed to her lover at a race in 2005, tribute to their early romance. Pink scrawled, "Will you marry me?" on a pit board as Hart circled the circuit. "Serious," she added to the sign as Hart passed her. Before his recently engaged partner urged that he finish, he paused the race to accept the proposal. On January 7, 2006, the pair married in Costa Rica, and Pink wore a ruffled wedding gown by Monique Lelier. They went to marriage counseling and got back together 2 years after announcing their split in February 2008. They had 2 kids and are still together now. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon